Namaste and welcome to On the Path with Yogi Krish. I am Yogi Krish. We are sitting outdoors near the Pushkar Lake, which is an amazing place to be and the perfect spot to discuss what we are about to discuss now. We're going to talk about Kundalini Energy. A lot is said about Kundalini Energy, positive, negative. Predominantly, what's out there does not answer the simple question, which is, what is Kundalini Energy? And that answer is rooted deeply in the yogic sciences. To understand what is Kundalini Energy, we must first understand our human body. We are made up of 5 layers or sheets, and according to yogic sciences, these sheets are called koshas. The outermost kosha is our physical body. We call that the food sheet because our physical body is just an accumulation of the food that we eat. The second sheet or the second layer of our human body is called the pranamaya kosha. Prana essentially is the vital energy that flows within our body, and it flows via 72,000 nadis. They are like small streams that come out from the main branch, which is our spinal cord. We call that Sushumna. So when we talk about pranayama, essentially we are talking about breathing to energize this vital energy that's there in our body. The third layer is called Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha essentially means mind, thoughts, emotions, all that comes from the 5 senses. The fourth layer of our human body is called the Jnanamaya Kosha. That's the wisdom sheet. That's where awareness, consciousness starts to filter within our body. And it is beyond what we call the mind. It is beyond our thoughts, beyond our emotions, beyond our 5 senses. It's more intuitive in nature. And it's extremely aware. The 5th layer in our human body is called the bliss sheet. It's made of complete happiness. We call that the Anandamaya Kosha. Sorry for that brief interruption. We were talking about the bliss sheet or Anandamaya Kosha. That's pure consciousness. And our soul is supposed to reside in this particular layer of the human body. Once we touch that part of the body, we are pure consciousness. Our own soul consciousness is one with the universal consciousness. So these are the 5 layers that exist in our human body. But there's a 6th element which is there, and that is called Kundalini. Kundalini, we might call it as God particle. In our soul journey or soul evolution, we go through multiple lives. So each of us have several past lives. And in each of these past lives, our soul has gone through a journey and it has learned its lessons and it has grown, it has evolved. And we come to a particular stage in the soul evolution where the God particle or Kundalini energy is finally ready to awaken. And that brings us closer to what we call as unification with the divine or being one with universal consciousness. When that happens, this small little God particle, which lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake, gradually starts to awaken, and it gradually comes into life and starts ascending up the spinal column called Sushumna. And as it rises up the spinal column, it activates and it purifies and it unties the various knots that exist in each of our chakras. Our 7 chakras then become more powerful, and they become more vibrant, more energetic. And as the Kundalini energy awakens, it basically brings about several profound changes in who we are as a human being. It opens us to our own experiences, breaks down our ego, the physical constructs of how we see our lives, so that eventually, when the ascension process starts, we experience several profound spiritual paths, spiritual realms. And as that happens, and as we grow, and as the spiritual energy starts to ascend, we become more and more conscious. We become more and more aware of our existence being one with everything that surrounds us. So we don't see ourselves as just a human being. We see ourselves as one with the divine, one with the universe. When that self-realization happens, then we essentially become co-creators and one with God. The Kundalini energy, as it rises up and it ascends through each of these chakras, it brings with it several changes in ourselves. And the most profound changes happen when the Kundalini Shakti opens up the heart chakra, it opens up your third eye, and it opens up the crown chakra. That is when all Maya, all illusions, which we keep ourselves identified with in the form of ego, they slowly start to die. And what blooms and blossoms is a divine entity of who you truly and essentially are. So that, my friend, is Kundalini energy. This energy can awaken through thousands of reasons. In a lot of people, Kundalini energy awakens without them ever realizing it. A lot of people suffer tremendously because of Kundalini awakening. A lot of people experience Kundalini awakening through moments of deep pleasure. For example, if they are having a sexual experience which is deeply sacred and deeply profound with a partner. Sometimes the Kundalini energy can awaken in a single instant, and sometimes the Kundalini energy awakens and ascends over a prolonged period of time. Now, we may debate which is better, which is safer, but whatever the case might be, the Kundalini energy awakens, and its awakening process is only guided by divine grace. And when that happens, the best approach to take is to open ourselves up, to completely surrender to the wisdom of this particular energy and to not resist it. When we do that, that is when we open ourselves up to all these profound changes that happen within us, so that we truly are slowly becoming one with the universal consciousness. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do like and subscribe and leave a comment. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to reply to. Thank you so much. Namaste.